Hi there, my name is Becky Miller. I'm a certified yoga therapist, and I come to you each week with a quick tip. I've got another mindset tip for you this week. It's something that I have learned, it's a lesson that I've learned really well over the past maybe 5 years or so. That is done is better than perfect. I don't know if you've heard this before, but I have learned that putting out something that is imperfect in my life is often better than waiting until I can get it perfectly done. Because waiting until I can get something perfect means that usually I just don't do it. I saw this a lot in my son when he was growing up. Sorry to out him, but he just wouldn't do something if he couldn't do it perfectly. It just wasn't going to happen. But I have learned that often imperfection is okay, and really perfect doesn't actually exist. So what if you did something imperfectly and just let it go? Yeah, it's something that I work with clients on at times. Often we can have this black or white mindset, right? One way is perfect and acceptable, and another way is not acceptable, right? But what if you did just a little bit towards perfect? So here's an example that I hear with clients. Often they'll say, I don't have time to exercise, or I don't have time to meditate. A lot of my clients want to meditate, but though I'll hear, I don't have an hour to devote towards meditation or exercise every day. And so they just don't do it, right? Because an hour is what they have decided is perfect in their life. So they just don't do it. So what if you had a 5-minute time during the morning and you gave yourself 5 minutes of space to meditate? That 5 minutes of meditation is way more valuable than 0. Sure, 60 minutes sounds great, but very few of us have 60 minutes straight in our life to meditate. It's really hard to carve that out. But a lot of us can carve out 5 minutes. We can carve out 10 minutes. We can carve out 2 minutes. What if you put that perfection aside for a moment and let yourself do the step that you could actually do? Doing it imperfectly is way better than not doing it perfectly. Same thing can go towards eating, it can go towards exercise, it can go towards whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. A little step of imperfection is way better than not doing something at all. 20 minutes of walking is way better than saying, oh, I don't have an hour, so I'm not going to go walk. Eating an extra vegetable is way better than saying, I ate cakes yesterday, so why bother now? You're allowed to be imperfect. In fact, most of us are. Perfection is not only overrated, but it's really hard to achieve and is usually impossible. So done is better than perfect to me means taking those imperfect steps forward so that I can still make progress towards my goals, but at a pace that works for me, in a way that I actually do. So take a moment to think about where in your life you're putting something off because you don't feel like you can do it perfectly, so you're just, I'm just not going to do it. Where in your life can you take a small step forward in what you would consider as imperfect form, but would still move you forward? Things to think about. Things that can help you make a shift that you would like to see in your life. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. A little bit of something will still move you towards your goal. It's those baby steps that make the biggest change in your life. It's not the giant leap forward. It's the baby steps that turn you towards your goals. And so that is the doing things imperfectly. Making little shifts makes a big difference overall in your life. I mean, if you made one small imperfect step every week for a year, that's 52 imperfect steps that have taken you towards your goal. That's way more than if you waited till things were perfect. So this is something that I have really, again, learned well over the last several years. I try to remember it every day instead of worrying about only putting out perfection, taking steps forward even when they don't look pretty, is still going to move me towards my goal. So if you are procrastinating because you don't have time to do something perfectly, or if you don't feel like you can make a change perfectly, reach out. I can help you figure out what those imperfect steps might look like. It's something that I work with my clients in their sessions, and I can help you figure out what that change needs to be for you, whether it's 5 minutes of meditation, 20-minute walk, or whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. So reach out. I will put a link in the notes that you can use to set up a free call with me to find out if yoga therapy could be a good fit for you. And I'd love to chat. So reach out, and done is better than perfect. So just keep that close to you today. And I will see you again next week with another quick tip. Bye for now.